Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. There's a catch for Luther Burden. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And it'll be first down Bears.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
What is up?
Williams on first down. Got a man. It's Colston Loveland. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Williams. Cut near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the red zone on 1st. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long.
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin the season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that.
On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Mason. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another run for Mason. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Rolling now to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught. This is Addison. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. Shoves him off. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That goes for 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 32. And the Vikings first down.
They've got a man in motion. From the gun, Mason. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish off their opening drive.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
What is up?
Williams from the gun. On a quick slant, it's Loveland. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down, Williams to throw. Headed out right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Defense's first sack of the game, kid. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, for a really big loss.
So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have second and pretty long here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Third down, here's Williams. Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Williams to throw on first. Completes another one to Thomas. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a second quarter lead. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Miles Price. Shoves one away. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was trying to find Ty Felton with that one. So it's second down coming up. Working now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Williams. He put everything he had into this. Wanted to get it to Thomas, but it's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
First down, Minnesota.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. McCarthy throwing here. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Off the play fake, Williams. Into a crowd, and intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it. But when you can score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge, huge results for your team.
They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That's up and through for the point after. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Luther Burden, the guy he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First down throw by Williams. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be first down Chicago.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Keeps it moving. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears earn the chance to tie it before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Mason gets it from the gun. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
14 yards. And the Vikings first down.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've set it downs from 37.
The Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Lead everyone back to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And that's not what the offense started about. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. From the shotgun, McCarthy chased out to his right. Making the call himself. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. We're going to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Throwing the out route complete. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's no good, an easy kick, but he hangs it right. And this stays tied here in the 2nd.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory. Best kickers always have. He can vote the next time around.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. After the sack would really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return. First and 10 now from the 46.
Take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Handoff running right. Here's Swift. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Metellus on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run the counter with Swift. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind.
That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grab the lead on their first series of the half. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This one's to Hawkinson outright. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Throwing from the gun. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41.
18 yards. And the Vikings first down.
On first down, it's Mason. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's McCarthy on first and 10. Escapes the pocket. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings tie us up 28-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So second down coming up. We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Williams thrown again here on second down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Williams off the play fake. Pass brought in by Burden. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
Williams on first down. Connects downfield, on target to Burton. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Running with Swift out of the gun. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 23 on that one. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
First down, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Vegas!
Working inside the red zone. Brings it in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a lead just before the end of the third. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive...
They did it! He made the interception! Ivan Pace has got it! There are costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They did a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Second down carry for Jones. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10 now from the 46. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Offensive line fast. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the run it.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Odunze's got it right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play jars loose, incomplete. He was looking for Luther Burden. So now they have 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Williams to throw here. 3rd and 1. He's going to try another deep one here. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and he netted some positive yards.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking to throw. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running behind center with Swift. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. But any more of those as they trail by a score.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe, but starts pushing into Vikings territory.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Back to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down Bears. New set of downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 30.
First down. Here's Swift. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He finds a Dunze downfield. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up, put some more yards on that stat sheet.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. On the move, headed right. He's got it. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They're going to pass it here. Set up the screen here to Swift. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. The 12-year vet strikes true. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. In motion the slot man right. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here he goes. One final shot. Chased out to his right. Oh, he lost the football. And they get back on top of it, but he's touched down. So no final heroics today. This one is over.